This is just a regular Pelham snaffle. It's got the good rings on it, the round rings. When they have the D rings, that usually is fastened into the shank with using a pin. And the pin, when you cut it off here to make it a hanging snaffle, you expose the pin. It doesn't harm it, it just doesn't look very attractive. The first thing you're going to have to do is remove the chin strap. And you just need a couple of pry something or others for it. What I have here looks like it might be too big. Oh, that one might fit in there. You just need to be able to get a hold of it and pry to open it up. And that should do it. Yep, a little bit of a whack with a hammer there, and that'll take care of that one. Can you see? I don't know if you can see. Can you see that little bit of a dip right there? That's where I want to cut it off, right there. And I don't want to go all the way through, because if I go all the way through, I'm taking a chance of hitting this part of the bit and putting a mark on it. Been there, done that. We don't want to do that. So let's see what we can do. Okay, can you see I've got it just to the point where it's ready to break off, and I didn't run through and I didn't damage that. So that's what you do, is you cut it off. I used this and I tried this. This works better. Okay, this is what we end up with. It's ugly, but what we're going to do is we're going to grind this down, smooth this all out, and make it look pretty before we start bending the. Now that we've got the bit all cut off, I leave all this final cleanup until after I'm done. I'll take a hand file and some emery cloth to it and clean it up the rest of the way. But now that we have this all cut off and cleaned up, I'm going to build the frame that we reshaped the mouthpiece on. Okay, this is what you're going to need for this part. You're going to need a tape measure, 4 screws, the right bit for the 4 screws, this is a Torx, and 2 fence staples. You need 4 pieces of scrap lumber, 2 by whatever, 2 kind of long, 2 kind of short, and something to drive your screws with. Okay, what you want to do is you want to mount the bit onto this, and you want to leave enough slack so that it doesn't pull too hard. You don't need to seat it, you just need to fasten it down. See how I'm leaving a little slack there? That's what you need to do. Okay, this is my bending tool. And this is how you bend. You got to make sure your fingers aren't going to get caught, because you got your fingers on the back side of it like this. You got to make sure your fingers aren't going to get caught. And it goes pretty fast, so you have to pay attention. When you think you've moved it some, you flip it over, and you'll notice, because the staples are loose, you see how the staples are loose, the bit falls down and it rests on the table. So all you have to do, put your tape measure down there, and can you see we are just about 1/8 of an inch shy of having the right distance between the table and the bit. So we flip it back over, and we whack it a couple more times. Flip it. Measure it. Nope, we need a little more. And that's how you do it. You just keep working on it. When you're all done, this is what you've got. Leftover pieces to go to recycling, and a bit.